Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from ICM. This time we have here quite an interesting vehicle. As you can see, it's written here Gulaschkanone, so you can guess that this is the World War II mobile kitchen, and we have here the 135 scale kit, which is pretty much in its final shape, so you will get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review, and the kit number is 35415. So it should be already available in Modelimex, and that's why I decided to take a closer look in order to see what is actually included into this unusual version of this truck. So first of all, you can see that box art is quite nice. Here is comparison with my hand. Again, the kit number is 35415. And here on the side you'll find also a short history note about the real car or the real truck, and here we have also information about the kit itself. So it's written that there are 178 parts for assembly of the truck, and also 34 plus 54 parts for assembly of the mobile kitchen. And on the opposite side you can see also two marking options which are included here, so it will be also something what we will see in the assembly manual, because ICM usually includes the marking guide in the assembly manual. So let's flip it over. As you can see, the box is sealed, so I'm going to cut through. In the meantime, I can say that it is easy to understand that the whole kit is based on this last craft wagon, which is also somewhat famous release from ICM, and you can find it easily on our YouTube channel because we checked several versions of this kit, but this time we are talking only about the mobile kitchen version. So I'm cutting the final seal here, and I think it's also worth reminding that you can support us with a small donation. It's quite easy thing to do, and if you appreciate our reviews, you can help us with a small donation. It's easy thing to do as well because it's done via PayPal, so you will be defining how much we will get, and also all of this money will be used in order to buy some interesting kits and show them to you in those videos. So here is what we have inside. As you can see, all frames are packed into one plastic bag. It's a resealable plastic bag, so it should be easy to open. And that's what we are going to do right now. So just give me a moment. I'm trying to understand why there are so many plastic sprues, even though we are basically getting the standard truck kit here. So first of all, we are going to start with the wheels, because they were on the top obviously. So here are two sprues with the wheel rim parts. Maybe I'll open the lenses a bit so you can see these are pretty much classic parts, I would say classic design for such elements. And maybe I can bring even one a bit closer so that you can see that the external features, they look really great. So it's just a matter of maybe replicating some weathering, because usually these things get dirty really fast, and that's something worth copying on your vehicle as well. Next we continue with something for the kitchen. So it's a sprue G2, which is provided in two frames. I will show you only one because they carry the same set of parts, so that's why there is no point in showing the same stuff again and again. But here you can see that we have parts for the boxes, also for some containers, water bottles, and also some sacks. And by the way, if I flip it over here, you can see that those bags or sacks, they have the guiding elements inside, which is also quite useful because it will be easier to combine these parts together. And the same can be said about those boxes, by the way. Okay, next we continue with bigger plastic sprue. So this one is dedicated to the, I see that there is some broken off bucket from the previous sprues, I guess. Here you can see it, but it's nothing I would say serious because it's just broken off the sprue, it's not damaged. So as for this big plastic sprue, here we have the parts for the front cap. That's the front plate, that's the roof, those are two side panels. Note that the doors are molded separately, they can be found here, and that's the floor panel together with the firewall. So it's quite simple design, but it should be easy to assemble, so that's definitely a good thing, and that's actually how the real vehicle was designed, so there is no oversimplification. And here inside you can see also some guiding elements which will help you with the proper positioning of those large panels together. Next we continue with another plastic sprue. This is a sprue D. So here we have parts for the rear section. As you can see, these are large panels. We also have the subframes which will be supporting it from the bottom. And if I flip it over here inside, you can see that we have nice interior features. We do not have push marks, which is quite important in my opinion. And these external details, they will also look fine. For this scale, I think this is more than enough. Next, we continue with another plastic sprue which carries these large bars for the main chassis. We also have this large bed for the rear section and also wheel fenders. And if I flip it over here, we have some guiding elements for this rear bed installation. So again, it's I would say well thought kit where you have all of the necessary guiding elements in all necessary spots. So it's not like you will be doing some guesswork here and there. Next, we continue with the clear plastic sprue. So here we have the clear parts for the front cap, and I will zoom in so that you can see what we are talking about here. So these parts look nice, and I hope that ICM included some masks here, because otherwise you will have to cut out those rectangles by yourself. This is not a difficult task probably, but still it will take some time from you. And of course we get here the vinyl tires. This is something you will not be able to avoid if you are planning to build the standard out-of-the-box version. If you would like to have more features, then feel free to find some replacement from aftermarket manufacturers. Next, we have parts for the field kitchen. So here I have to zoom out again, and as you can see, we have subframe parts here. They are molded together with the leaf springs. We also have some parts for the main section, separate road wheels, and maybe I think it's worth zooming in so that you can see what we are actually showing here. Note that some hatches are molded separately, so maybe it will be handy to replicate some food inside, but this is already, I would say, something more sophisticated, and it will require some skills from you. Next, we continue with the last gray plastic sprue. This is a sprue A. So here again we have the large chassis bars. We have also engine parts, some of the front cap parts, suspension elements, a lot of thin parts by the way, so be sure to have the right tools, because otherwise it will be a bit tricky to get them into the right spot. And by the way, here the next one is the small brochure about the ICM paints. So they are quite handy in case you would like to get everything in one package, so definitely check them out. And they also, I would say, work nice with a brush and airbrush, so doesn't matter which approach you prefer, in both ways they will be quite fine. Next, I'm opening another plastic bag, because here, actually not the plastic bag, but the assembly manual, because here we have the decals hidden inside, and I will zoom in. So here you can see the decals. They look quite fine. We have also some dials for the instrument panel, and also we have all of the necessary symbols for two marking options, as you remember. Next, we continue with assembly manual. So this one is printed in color. It's a large brochure, so I will zoom out a bit. And so what do we have here? Let's zoom out. Okay, so we have the short history note here. We also have the QR code for the assembly video, I guess. And also we have the paints number set. So if you would like to get the suitable paint set, that's the product you should order. Next, we continue with the parts map. Note that the red color means that parts are not used, and there are a few of those. And the same can be said about this pair. Next, we continue with the chassis. So here we start assembly with the chassis separate bars. Be sure to track their alignment, because it will be quite important. It will define the overall fitment of the front cap, obviously. Next, we have the engine assembly and its installation onto the chassis. We assemble the suspension parts, and then we continue with the road wheels, and also the fuel tank, the drivetrain, and here you can see the front cab assembly starting. So those, as you remember, are separate panels, but they will be detailed with a lot of small elements here and there, so pay attention to what should be painted in advance, because otherwise it will be really tricky to get some parts later when the front cab is finished. And I can see that manufacturer does not offer an option to open the front cab, so if you would like to do so, you have to let's say, check some references. Next, we assemble the subframe for the rear section, for the rear bed, and here we install everything onto the main chassis. Then we start assembling the field kitchen, and there are actually two options as far as you can see. So first one is with the wheels, and another one, I can guess it will be the one which is installed. No, it is installed with the wheels inside, and as you can see, you can also install the roof over it, which is quite funny version. Now also here we have the first marking option for the field kitchen. That's the also the truck marking option for the first option, and next we continue with the second variant. So it's in a sand color, and the truck is obviously in the same shade as well. So this kit should be already available. In my opinion, it's quite funny combo which might be useful for unusual diorama projects, and of course I will be happy to hear your opinion. Write it here in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.